The latest 2026 model ACs are at least 3 to 5% higher than the 2025 ACs. This is because of the latest BEE energy efficiency ratings, which mandate even better efficiency from ACs. But this energy efficiency means that the ongoing running cost of the AC is at least 10% lower per year. For example, in standard testing, a Panasonic 2025 model 1.5 ton 5-star AC consumes 760 units of electricity, while the same in a 2026 model consumes only 681 units, which is at least 10% reduction per year. So, if you're a high user of ACs, it may be worthwhile to select the 2026 models only, which I will recommend later in this video. So with that, you can follow this step-by-step guide to help you not overpay for your ACs. I have gone over 75 1.5 ton ACs to help you narrow down the best 1.5 ton AC. I will focus only on inverter ACs in this video, which is the most appropriate type for most of us. No window ACs, no non-inverter ACs, no portable ACs, and also no hot and cold ACs in this particular video. So let's start with the cooling efficiency, the main reason why we all buy ACs. But this is also where many brands and many models of brands try to fool us consumers. So it's important to understand this properly. The cooling capacity of the AC is defined by the tonnage of the AC. You would have seen 1 ton, 1.5 ton, 2 ton and so on. So in simple terms, a 1 ton AC should have a cooling capacity of at least 3.5 kilowatt or 12,000 BTU per hour, which is the standard industry conversion used for 1 ton of cooling capacity in cooling systems like refrigerators or air conditioners. Now, on the BEE label of an AC, if the cooling capacity mentioned is lower than the acceptable range that you see on the table, it means that the actual tonnage is lower than the marketed tonnage. So for example, if you see a 1.5 ton AC with a cooling capacity of 5.27 kilowatt or less than the acceptable range of 5 kilowatt, it means the tonnage is much lower. If it is higher than that number, the tonnage is higher. This is rarely the case. Another example is that the 2026 models of Samsung ACs have a cooling capacity of 4.75 kilowatt only, which is only about 1.35 tons. Does that mean it is wrong to buy an AC with a lower tonnage than it is marketed? Well, if you're getting it at a great price and if you're using it in a smaller room than required, it will still be okay to go with that AC. So, how do you decide what capacity you need for your room? The right tonnage is determined by a few different things. You need a higher tonnage if you have a larger room size. On the screen, you can see a general guideline, but that can change based on various other parameters we'll talk about now. Continuing on the example of the 2026 models of the Samsung ACs we took earlier, which have a cooling capacity of 4.75 kilowatt, which is about 1.35 tons. So if your room size is about 200 feet, this can still be a good option if the pricing is not as expensive as a 1.5 ton AC. You also need a higher tonnage if you have east or west facing windows, as the room can get heated up by direct sunlight. You also need a higher tonnage if you stay on higher floors of the apartment or a top floor of a house, as it can get heated up during the day. You need a high tonnage if you stay in areas where the ambient temperatures are much higher in general. Most ACs these days are convertible ACs. What does that mean? They adjust their tonnages based on the requirement. For example, a 1.5 ton AC can operate at 1 ton or even 0.8 ton when it is needed, like if there are fewer people in the room or when the room has already cooled down. Next, should you buy a 3-star AC or a 5-star AC? Now, as we all know, ACs are guzzlers of electricity, and not everybody needs a 5-star AC as they're generally more expensive. I'll link a detailed video up here where I break down the initial and running cost of 3-star versus 5-star ACs. But in short, if you only use your AC for 3 to 4 months in a year and less than 12 hours a day during that period, a 3-star AC is more than sufficient for you. In all other cases, go with a 5-star AC. Next, let's talk about energy efficiency. The ICER rating, or the Indian Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio, which is refreshed every 2 to 3 years by the ratings organization BEE, or Bureau of Energy Efficiency. The 2025 models and earlier had a rating period only up to December 2025. And the new rating period starts from Jan 2026 until December 2027. Now, as you can see on the table, every 2 years, there is an expected efficiency improvement in high guzzling appliances like split ACs. A 5-star AC from 24-25 period will be a 4-star AC in the latest labeling system. And as we go into 28-29, that will further come closer to 3-star. Higher the ICER rating, the better. For example, the Panasonic 2026 model has an ICER rating of 5.8. So it will be in the efficient range for almost 4 years. On the other hand, the Carrier ICER rating is 5.6. So it is still 5-star during this rating period, but in the next rating period it will be down to 4 stars. Along with the ICER rating, annual electricity consumed also helps determine your annual AC running costs. The number that is published on the BEE label is under test conditions, 1600 hours per year, which is a little over 4 hours per day. Your actually energy consumed will be different based on your usage. But if we keep everything else similar, like the tonnage or star rating, the 2025 ACs consume between 750 to 800 units of electricity, and the new 2026 models consume less than 700 units of electricity. So effectively, while upfront cost of a 5-star AC will be slightly higher due to the ICER rating change, the efficiency over the long run is better, especially if you use the AC for long durations throughout the year. Now, to optimize electricity consumed, it is always recommended to set your AC to 24 degrees Celsius or above for the best energy efficiency. Lastly, let's talk about some value-added capabilities. Having smart home capabilities helps to turn on or off the AC remotely using the app, control temperature, understand power utilization, and so on from the app. Most brands have models with and without smart home capabilities. The ones that do have smart home are more expensive. AI in ACs is still an overmarketed term in my opinion. There's nothing really AI-like in any of these ACs, other than adjusting the capacity based on the ambient temperature in the room. There's still a long way to go in this area. Auto clean, humidity control, filters are mostly available in most ACs these days. No differentiation there. ACs only have some level of purification with the use of PM 2.5 filters. But to purify the air, it's always better to get an air purifier instead. Or there are alternatives these days for attaching a HEPA filter externally to ACs. All ACs these days support stabilizer-free operation, but only when the voltage is between 110 and 285 volts range. If you stay in an area where there are frequent power cuts or frequent power fluctuations, it would be better to get a stabilizer to protect the PCB, which generally is the most expensive to replace. If you have fairly stable input power, then a stabilizer is not required with the ACs. Now let's talk about warranty and overall satisfaction. Installation for all ACs has an extra charge between 700 to 1500 rupees to be paid to the installation engineer directly. So you need to factor that into your budget. Warranty in general is 1 year with 10 years on the inverter compressor, with the exception of Godrej, Haier, Media and Samsung, which give 5 years on the product. After going over the experience of thousands of users of these brands as expected, many budget brands use third-party networks for service in non-tier 1 cities. So you can expect delays in installation or service. Most of the brands in the decent row have good product satisfaction but average service satisfaction. So with that, let's get to my recommendations for the best 1.5 ton ACs in 2026. If you're looking to buy my 2025 recommendation, please check the video that I've linked up here for the 2025 models recommended. I'll cover 2 main segments of ACs here, which are ideal for medium to large bedrooms between 150 and 250 square feet. First segment is the true 1.5 ton ACs and second is the almost 1.5 ton ACs, which are marketed as 1.5 but in reality are closer to 1.3 ton ACs. My recommendations remain the same for 5-star and 3-star variants as well. Since the 2026 models are just coming in right now, please check the pricing in the links below to get the latest pricing. Let's start with ACs that are truly 1.5 ton. You need to go with these ACs when you have a room closer to the 250 square feet mark. You may have direct sunlight entering the room through east or west facing windows, or you stay on the top floor of apartments or individual houses. My first recommendation here is the 2026 model of the Panasonic AI Wi-Fi AC. This is a 1.5 ton 5-star AC. Unlike the fridge and washing machine segments that Panasonic has exited, they are doubling down on their cooling appliances. This has one of the best ICER ratings of 5.8. So more energy efficient than the others. This ICER rating also future-proofs this AC into the next BEE label period as well, like I highlighted earlier. The cooling capacity is 5.1 kilowatt, so the actual tonnage is 1.45 tons, which is in the acceptable range. Panasonic gives additional 5 years warranty on the PCB. This AC also has smart home capabilities using which you can control the AC remotely from the app. It includes a PM.1 filter, helping us to purify the air to some extent. I personally use a Panasonic AC in my master bedroom. Panasonic also has a similar model without Wi-Fi at a slightly lower price. My next recommendation is the Daikin series of ACs. Daikin ACs generally launch fairly late in the season, but from a cooling capacity point of view, this one is the best, having a cooling capacity of 5.28 kilowatt, which is precisely 1.5 tons. With an ICER rating of 5.2 for the 2025 model, This energy efficiency is better than current rating period's 4-star ACs. Daikin also provides 5-year additional warranty on the PCB, but this one does not have any smart home capabilities. When the 2026 model is available, given Daikin's past history, I'm certain that will be a good option as well, and I will link to that in this video. Next is the higher 1.5 ton AC. While many brands are skimping on their cooling capacity, this one has higher than 1.5 tons, which is almost 1.6 tons. Higher also supports the highest maximum temperature up to 60 degrees Celsius, useful for the scorching summer these days. But remember, this higher performance also means that it consumes more power. It has one of the best warranties of 5 years on the product with 12 years on the compressor. This is also a smart AC. But the app interface is not as intuitive compared to other smart AC brands like Samsung or Panasonic. Now this particular model is the 2025 model, but I expect the 2026 model to deliver similar or better performance with better power efficiency. I'll link to that model when it is available. Lastly, on a budget is the Mark U by Flipkart AC. This AC also has a cooling capacity of 5.1 kilowatt, so it's closer to 1.5 ton. Like the previous years, this AC is also an essential AC, so no capabilities of Wi-Fi, AI or dehumidifier. Flipkart offers the installation and servicing of this product in most areas that they do cover. However, some users have complained of delayed installation and service. Mark U, however, does not have additional warranty on the PCB. Overall, it is a great value on a budget. Now let's talk about the almost 1.5 ton ACs. Some brands have a reduced cooling capacity of around 4.7 to 4.8 kilowatt to likely make them price competitive. These are not 1.5 ton, but they are higher than 1 ton, landing at around 1.3 tons. Some of these brands declare themselves as 1.5 ton. If your room size is around 200 square feet, you can go for these. Also, it is better to go with the true 1.5 ton AC if you get direct sunlight entering your room or you stay in a higher floor. Now in this segment, I have a few recommendations for you. First is the 2026 model of the Samsung AI wind-free ACs. In all fairness, Samsung does not call it 1.5 ton anymore. They don't declare the tonnage at all. They have just moved to using the capacity as a metric. And for this AC, the cooling capacity is 4750 watts, which is 1.35 tons. Last year, they did have a 5 kilowatt and a 5.3 kilowatt models, which are all now 4-star 2026 models if you prefer to purchase that. Samsung has a comprehensive 5-year warranty on the product with 10 years on the inverter compressor, which is also one of the best. It also supports one of the highest maximum temperature of 58 degrees, with Wi-Fi for remote control, an AI energy mode for additional energy savings, and an ICR up to 5.77, closer to 5 stars even in the next rating cycle. This AC can future-proof your purchase. My next recommendation is the Carrier 2026 model AC. This is a 6-in-1 convertible AC, but unlike many others, this additionally gives manual control over the conversion. That is, you can limit the compressor to run at, let's say, 50% capacity only when only one person is in the room. It also has an insta-cool mode, which drops the temperature rapidly when starting the AC. In general, users are satisfied with Carrier ACs, with the exception of the remote, which does not have a backlight, making it hard to operate in the dark. Service is great in Tier 1 cities, but Carrier uses third-party network in other cities and towns in India. And lastly, the Media Santis Max 2026 AC. Little known fact is that Media is the manufacturer for many top brands, including Carrier. So it offers higher end compressor technology that we find in more expensive brands at a significantly lower price point. The high density dual filtration system, while not a replacement for an air purifier, helps to trap dust and pet dander, keeping the coils clean for longer, so better longevity. The biggest trade-off is the service network. So installation, service and getting spare parts can take a longer time. The good thing is that they are offering 5 years comprehensive warranty on the product, including the PCB. If you found this video useful, share the video and subscribe to become part of the 2 lakh plus community that trusts us with their decision making. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.